by Saleng though, and
it's the most difficult ball for defenders to clear.
Kamaldeen now to get only his second goal of the season and bring Swallows level by Saleng. 15 minutes, almost 15 minutes on the board. Kamaldeen against Mpochane, well executed, well taken, such a confidently taken penalty by Ruzai Kamaldeen, and Swallows' top scorer from last season of the campaign.
It all started with the approach that they conceded and they never looked back. They didn't drop their shoulders, they continued to attack, and that's the most important thing. And here he got touched, and when you do that, it's always very dangerous, and rightfully so. A penalty was awarded, and this man took it so well. No chance from Pinchimpo.
That's a great penalty.
Well taken. I think we've got a game in high hands here. Early stages already, we've got 2 goals. Good tempo to it as well.
Absolutely. Brian has pointed to making that Swallows have been rewarded for keeping it positive. They didn't drop their heads after going a goal down, and they've been rewarded. They are back level.
Still an open game.
So credit to them. Now here they come now. Their tails up here for Swallows. Kamaldeen touching it on, almost finding Saleng again. And Pirates win it back with Sugamanja.
Now Pirates have got to regroup, try and rotate that ball, get their tempo right.
By the way, that was the 31st penalty of the season, and the 24th one that was scored as well. So the 30 that we had before tonight, 23 was scored, and there were 7 missed or saved penalties. Ruzai Kamaldeen now up to 2 goals, and Swallows will be delighted to get on the score sheet. I was just talking about how they've struggled for goals, and I mentioned that they failed to score in 10 games.
You look at Saleng on his left hand side.
He's looking good. He's looking good tonight.
Good. The confidence is good. He's up against a very tough defender, of course, full of energy already. Got a goal to show for it, Shando. But he's such an exciting young man so far with good touches.
Heavily involved.
Yeah.
And in that first goal, I wonder whether Pirates might be thinking, gosh, was it a mistake to let him play against us? That's just the club from where he's compelled to put that clause in. It's up to the clubs involved whether they invoke it. But I know that certainly in the English Premier League, for example, a lot of clubs that do have players on loan do not allow them to play against them. Good advantage played here by the ref as Langerman puts one in. And it's cleared away by Inda.
He is one of the most intelligent defenders. He's not imposing, but he reads the game well, and he does all the simple things quite well in terms of timing his tackles. Maybe one mistake that he'll probably regret, that's when they lost against Chiefs.
Still only 23 years old.
He's such a bright spot.
Nigerian.
I like how they're pressing as well to force Pirates not to build from the back and play those long balls, and once they start doing that, they concede possession.
This one will be picked up by Swallows. And we can start another build-up here. Matlaba, former Pirates player, of course. He was with the Orlando Pirates in the glory years of the double treble.
Played as a left back for Orlando Pirates.
Great running here from Khalwa, and just couldn't wrap his boot around it.
They look a very balanced side, you know. Swallows, there's so much purpose and power on the wings, where you have Makhala and Saleng as well on the left-hand side.
Well, I liked what Fani Madida said to Lerato in the pre-match interview, that their natural instinct as coach, Dylan Kirby, a former winger, and he being a former striker, a deadly one by the way, for that matter, they want to play attacking football. That is their natural inclination, and that's what we've seen thus far. Even when they went a goal down, they didn't change.
Play your style, have your identity, and that's what they're working towards. Impose their game on the opponent. They're playing at home in anyway, so they've got to make the opponent feel their presence. Here's the man I was talking about. Look at how simple he makes it look. Read the game so well.
Olisanda, a junior international for Nigeria, and certainly on the form that we've seen him showing here in South Africa, is certain to be a future Super Eagles player. He was called up, and he played, of course, against South Africa's under-23s in 2019 at the under-23 Africa Cup of Nations in Egypt. There were a few Pirates players in that squad as well. Tabiso Mignani and Lyle Foster at the time was a Pirates player. All were in that squad that played against the Nigerian under-23 side.
Look at the long-range passing to find Horto on the far side. That shows vision, that shows awareness as well. And so far, it's been a good partnership with Nyauza.
Free kick will go the way of Orlando Pirates here.
It's getting lots of game as well, Makaringa. Which
at some point
back into the team.
Twisting and turning away from Lodge. This boy, when he is now 35 years old, I think he's now graduated to Cheeseman, father of,
you know. Once a footballer, it doesn't change. It's just 2020.
And you don't call them to order?
No, how do you call them?
Saleng, Monare, but I thought he stood on Monare's foot.
Look at the trickery that he's got. They've got pace, this youngster. They've got skill as well. Look at that.
Oh, actually, there was a foul.
It was a definite foul. The brake pattern malfunction.
Saleng is buzzing out there.
He's buzzing.
This is the most lively I have seen him in a Swallows shirt. Starting to show that form. Made him a top scorer last year in the Glad Africa Championship. Langerman, not the best ball in. Now this is more like it from Swallows.
Now they're dictating terms.
This is more like it.
Kikasiawona, they're dominating now. They're showing them who is the boss.
Swallows at this stage of the season, last campaign, were unbeaten and they were sitting on 29 points at the halfway stage of the season, and they were third on the table at that point. They are now third from bottom at the start of this evening. Talk about a change of fortunes. Saleng, jersey number 10, buzzing down this left-hand side for Swallows, looking to take on Shandu, who suddenly now has some defending to do.
Well, he's doing what he's assigned to do. Try and defend well, because he's been put under pressure. See me now, see me no more. That's what he's doing, this young man. Time is tackled, eh?
Might be recalled at this rate. At this rate, he might be recalled to Orlando Pirates in January.
But you see the problem, and it's easy to motivate players when you're playing against Orlando Pirates. I would want to see them against a different team.
This is the team that pays part of his salary, is Orlando Pirates. And but that is showing them no respect here tonight.
Here's another skillful player, very skillful. Kamohela Mahlatsi, just like Saleng, enjoys the ball on his feet, looks up. He's not the type that dribbles with his head down, but he's always looking around. Such is the relationship with the ball.
Let's see what they can do from this free kick. And it comes going to the back post, easy for Bonjani though.
Too easy, that's within reach. Of course, he was trying to find that man Hamaldin. One man that seems to be consolidating things in that midfield is Mahaman.
Unknown, of course, from Mamelodi Sundowns. Well, the Pirates have actually, you wouldn't know it, but they've been one of the more miserly defenses in the Premier Soccer League. They haven't picked up as many wins that they would have liked. The trouble has been the number of draws. The draws column has been a problem here for Pirates, as could be a chance at the other end here. And Langerman will just put his boot through it. Still alive for Pirates, and Lodge gets it back. This Lodge, good combination play with Zugamanja, almost turning it in there on the left boot. Great combination play.
There's Zugamanja, who started, of course, at Bidvest Vets, when he passed into the scene. These are the sort of goals that he used to score in terms of placement. Of course, aerially can be good as well. And it's good to see him back in the starting lineup as well.
Petra is a player who will be desperate to get off the mark. You know, he gets so many goal-scoring chances, and you always just get the feeling that all it takes is one, you know, for a striker.
It's not far.
When you get that first one and the floodgates open, that's certainly what his coaches believe.
True.
They've got full backing. He's got the full backing of the coaches. Kwame Petra.
He's also a rare breed, because a lot of times he can play with his back against the wall. I mean, he's that holding role and leading that front line. Good touches, getting to good areas. Of course, he's got good technique. And as you say, just one goal just changes things. At this stage, he looks frustrated because he gets himself into good areas, but he still cannot score.
Now then, that's a great ball in. Flags up. Flags up. Almost a perfect move there. Tion Hotto just going a little bit early. But I think that more positive stuff there from Orlando Pirates. Another great passage of play.
Great passage of play. Good running of the ball. Just a question of timing that run, Otto. You peeled off too early, and Lodge had found you with that pass, but unselfishly as well, he was laying it for his teammate. That's good passage of play. Just needs to time that run and shows how dangerous they can be, because Lodge had gone into that midfield, and with Hoto now operating on the right hand side, now gone back onto the left hand side.
Now, Matati. Looked like he got that one with a full bouncy.
Yeah, and there was nothing wrong with that Mbonzi, because he was running against time. And why am I saying that? Because one man at Pirates in that midfield was off position. It was Makaringe. He had lost his marker. And Makaringe, huge relief, because he wasn't in a good position defensively.
Makaringe shows down quickly there. Now Swallows winning nice and high up the field. Good pressing. Saling can pick out a maroon shirt. 30 minutes of football played here at the Dobsonville Stadium in the new Soweto Derby, and what an entertaining game it's been thus far. A goal apiece, and both sides have been giving as good as they're getting. Mahalwa decides to have a go. Don't know whether that was the right option under the circumstances.
But as a striker, you feel yes, but the best option for him was with Mataba, who was making that run on the far side. And if you pass it that wide, you're creating more space for Hamilton. But as we always say, whatever comes to your mind at that time around the box, just go for it.
That goal by Hamildin was only their 5th goal at home for Swallows this season. And that's in their 9th home game. I mentioned that they haven't scored many as well, of course, on the road, because the total number of goals coming into this one was 6. Measly 6 goals.
You can tell the influence of Dylan Kerr, Fanny Madida, because there's lots of speed, but he doesn't want them to lose the ball. He wants them to use it quite well, and so far so good. Seems to be making an impact in terms of influencing his style on these players.
There's Fanny Madida sporting the professor look.
Yeah, Farama make me nice. You know, always tease him. So Farama make me nice.
Did you check whether those are actual spectacles as opposed to
that's why
going for the look?
That's why he said make me nice. Ibugo. Kulales ama professors let's call it thick, but
it's about the communism.
Yeah, This is our colleague you're talking about. Listening to us and we go at them. But that's the game of football. If you don't understand it, we always have a go at each other.
Shandu playing passes with Nda. Parents being patient and deliberate. You know, they go about this. Look at that. Not much to choose between the two sides, eh?
I think it's also the movement as well. You're right. There's similarities. They're making inroads into each other's defense lines.
Talking about the number of goals that the lack of goals for Swallows. They've conceded 11 goals now at home in the 9th home match this is, and that's 11 goals they've conceded. So, and they had one of the tightest defenses last season, Brian Martin.
They did, because they were pretty solid. If you look at your who's now since joined
Kaizer Chiefs,
Lodge,
done well here. But beg your pardon, it's Marco. He's kept his run going. Good work from Lebohang Mokoena to stay with the task. Good stuff there from Lebohang Mokoena. Saleh now, space down this left-hand side. And just have to wait for support.
You know, the qualities of a player, you check a few things. When he's in possession, he's not looking at the ball, he's not looking down, he's looking up for whoever is making a run, and he's not rushed because he's in control. Those are the good qualities of a winger.
Otto, speaking of good wingers, or quality wingers. Pepra was offside. Starting now again. Looking for Makalwa. Mako makes the interception.
Need to gain a bit of confidence. I think there was still space for him. One-on-one, sometimes you just have to have a go at the man in front of you. I thought he wasn't too confident to have a go. Played it too early there. It's not in a fertile area. There's still some work to be done. We switch it. That's right. Okay. Seeing him playing as a right wing back, I think for me his best football was when he was playing as a wing back on the left hand side for Orlando Pirates.
Talking about Swallows' contrasting fortunes this season compared to last, but let's first watch this move here with Makalwa at this first pro. It's getting a little sloppy. Misplaced passes. So Otto has stayed onside. Oh, has he? No.
He's offside.
Assistant was waiting for him to touch the ball.
He needed to be active. That's the jargon they use.
I think he knew he was offside as well.
He was offside.
So
all he was waiting for it's for him to be active.
You see, that's why he's really tentative in chasing the ball as well.
He's such a speedy player, he could have gotten there quicker. Did he think that the referee was going to change decision?
Just going back to the point I was making about the contrasting fortunes in terms of this side. Pirates aren't too far off where they were at the same stage last season. They were in third position, rather in fourth position last season, and this campaign they are in third. And in terms of points collected, they are just 5 shy of where they were last season. So you wouldn't think it, given their run of form, but I think it's been more about the number of games that they've drawn than the matches that they've lost. I mean, they've only lost twice this season. Oh, dangerous stuff there from Mokoena, mistiming the tackle. Not known, not famous for his tackling prowess.
No, but this is him now, and that looks dangerous.
Very dangerous. Starts up.
Yeah.
Stands up and also almost went off his feet there. Lodge would have been grimacing when that one came in, because he's just working his way back from injury.
The danger, though, when you have an opponent coming with a starts out, if you soften your foot, trust me, you're likely to get hurt.
5 minutes to the break. Well, it's been a tightly contested game thus far between these two sides. Maherman working it wide to Makalwa, who switched flanks. Here's Langerman. No, he's getting it away. As I say, been very evenly matched this evening, have these two sides, and it's been like that actually in this calendar year. But the important thing, I'm sure now from a Swallows point of view, and equally so I guess for Pirates, is not to concede in these remaining 3 minutes of this half. As Hotto putting pressure on at the back, and did he foul the keeper or did he foul Matlaba? Maybe in Dion Hotto. His fellow Namibian Peter Shalulile taking a day off today in terms of goal scoring. He was actually substituted early in their game, the earlier game that we showed you in the World of Champions, through injury. And Sundowns with 10 men still found a way to win the measure of a champion side. Can anyone catch Sundowns? It is on the available evidence, it is hard to see anybody catching them. Jody February, the clean sheets, as you can see, he's had 3. I'm not sure what is happening with the Sebang and Ponchani. Ponchani, who himself is amongst the top players in terms of clean sheets. He's got joint 3rd in terms of number of clean sheets this season. He's got 6, along with Ronwen Williams, Tostan Savata, and Washington Arubi. There's Rusai Kamaldeen, who's back amongst the goals, I'm sure, and came from the penalty spot. But Pirates were quickest off the block. Shandu doing ever so well to benefit from a nicely slide rule pass there from Makaringe, and Bandile Shandu helping himself to a 2nd goal in successive matches. Saleng here heavily involved in this. They had blown the opportunity here. I thought then there was a foul, a little nibble there on the ankle of by Marco on Makhalwa, and what beautifully dispatched penalty there by Rusaik Kamaldeen, getting his 2nd goal of the season. Kamaldeen, and as I said, that will be a much welcome goal for him, and just in terms of his form, he hadn't scored since the middle of October when he got one against Stellies in a 1-1 draw at this ground. Bonjani is back on his feet. So the indication from our 4th official this evening, Victor Gomes. Victor Gomes indicating a minimum of 2 minutes to be added at the end of this 45. Referee had tried to play an advantage. He'll bring it back for the foul on Keletso Makhalwa. It's a caution for Bandile Shandu to go with his goal. First caution of the game then goes to Bandile Shandu. See the clear foul. While he wears a smile, Victor Gomes, you know why? Because it's his birthday tomorrow. Now, into the last 20 seconds or so of the minimum 20 to be added on at the end of oh dear, a mistake here by Sussman, and then he doesn't chase. Otto will take him on. They could be punished. There was a flag up offside. It was indeed against Vukamanja. Sussman makes a mistake and then just stands there, almost as if he's expecting a whistle or something. Have a look at this. Now the ball had gone by then at that point, but that was the offside. Vukamanja just going too early. Clear offside. Good call again from the near side assistant. And that's to be the last bit of action for that first half. A very entertaining first